everyone, Katie Montana here. Now I actually did mention to you about documentaries and stuff, but there was a documentary show that I actually saw for the first time this year, and it's called Movie Magic. Yeah. Now, what is movie magic? Well, Movie Magic is a documentary TV show that came in the 1990s, which is around in... It came around in 1993. Now, what is this show about? So, it's about on the special effects and CGI stuff on the movies that they actually did. It shows behind the scenes footage when they were talking about it, and a lot of things that they did in studios, on locations, everything, of course. Now, you ever wonder when did I first saw this? Well, I was looking up Jim Henson's Creature Shop on YouTube and everything, until that's when I actually noticed that there was a show that was something to do about it, and it turned out it was called Movie Magic. And I actually enjoyed it, of course. Also, Movie Magic also has some amazing specials, like something to do with animals and dinosaurs and stuff. They're specials, they're a lot more minutes. The actual episodes are actually 25 minutes long, of course. And the show actually ran for 5 seasons, of course. 5 seasons. Wow. And what channel did this show air on? Well, it aired on none other than one channel that I actually watched. Discovery Channel. The one that's been merged with Warner Bros. That caused all the tragic downfall and stuff, of course. But again, Discovery was actually the own thing, of course. Since now Discovery and Warner Bros. Are now splitting by next year, of course. So yeah, Movie Magic was actually aired on Discovery, of course. Pretty good show, of course. And when I checked out the other episodes, it was great. But I really love the opening. That's when they started off with this and that. And when I actually watched it, they actually did the episode about Jim Henson's Creature Shop, and it shows a bunch of movies that are on there, and it shows behind the scenes footage and stuff. And what are the movies that were shown on there? The movies that were shown on there was The Never Ending Story 3, The Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, and The Flintstones, of course. Plus, they also showed Jim Henson's The Storyteller, of course. But hey, at least on that episode on Movie Magic, when it shows behind the scenes of The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, we actually saw the behind the scenes footage of one of the people putting on the Skeksis costumes, of course. And it shows a tiny monitor where they can actually see on the outside, of course. And it also shows footage when they're making the Skeksis head and stuff. And I mean, it's amazing on how they get all this done. But also, the best thing about that show is that I love the opening that goes ba-da-dam bam bam ba-da-dam bam bam ba-da-dam bam ba-da-dam bam 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 ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bam ba-ba-bam bam 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 ba-ba-bam bam ba-ba-bam bam 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 ba-ba-bam bam bam ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da That's for the opening, of course, which is also heard at the end, of course. Yeah, I actually found out about that show after seeing The Cave of the Golden Rose, of course. But yeah, but I'll probably actually check out more. I actually did check out more episodes, like with the makeup and stuff and everything. And heck, I bet they also mentioned about Star Wars on the show also. You know how they did with the models and all of this and that and that and that. Yeah. They also mentioned about Rambo on another episode. Also, for Dinomania, that's one of the specials. This is when they talked about dinosaurs in films. They actually talked about the stop-motion claymation dinosaurs, even lizards that are dressed up as dinosaurs. This is before the actual CGI dinosaurs from Jurassic Park, of course. Yeah. But also, the one thing that would be really, really great about this is that I think it would be great if that show would actually be released on DVD. All 5 seasons, of course. But I'll talk about that in another video, of course. But yeah, that's how you know on what movie magic is about. It's about how they do this and that, of course. And believe me, watching the behind the scenes footage on everything that they did was great. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like, send some comments, and hit the bell button for brand new videos, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everyone.